What's the first thing that comes to mind when someone says they are from Africa? For many people, it's probably wild animals or safari scenes. But the other day I met someone from Djibouti, a small but really interesting country in the Horn of Africa.
Hello, welcome to Sun Coffee, and I have the pleasure to introduce you to Black Samurai Coffee, where you will be served at Sun Coffee with warmth and hospitality. So here is the Black Samurai Coffee.
In this video, my guest shares his experience living in Japan, what brought him here, the challenges he faced, and how he found a unique way to connect his African roots with his life in Japan by introducing people here through Ethiopia coffee. Ethiopia, by the way, is considered the birthplace of coffee. The highlands there are home to some of the world's finest coffee beans, known for their rich aroma and broad flavor. So even though he is from Djibouti, he's proudly sharing this incredible part of Ethiopian heritage with people in Japan. Hello, welcome back to Little Merlion. I'm Floria, and this is Kamil, and he is from Djibouti. Today, I would like to ask Kamil the reasons for being here in Japan. So, Kamil, can you please introduce yourself?
Yes, absolutely. And first of all, I would like to thank you for the opportunity. And as you kindly mentioned, I am Kamil, and I'm from originally Djibouti, which is located in the eastern part of Africa, next to Ethiopia, Eritrea, and Somalia. But I have a Ethiopian background, where part of my mother's family from. So I grew up, born and raised in Djibouti, but we used to go spend every summer vacation with my mother's family in Ethiopia back then. Yeah.
So you are here in Japan with your family?
Yes, I have a wife and 3 wonderful children who were all born in Japan. Yes.
They were all born in Japan?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
okay. So how old are they?
They are ranging between 5, 4, and we just welcomed our new baby girl this year, who is like almost a month.
Oh, congratulations.
So, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So how many years have you lived here?
It's a little over 7 years, and this year in November it will be 8 years.
Yeah. That's pretty long.
Yes, yes.
So, do you speak Japanese?
I kind of, oriented my Japanese learning into the field that I am working on, but I can have a casual conversational level of Japanese, but it's I can't have a very deep and business other than the industry that I'm in, but I'm doing my best in learning in a continuous basis. Yes.
Okay. So what brought you and your family to Japan?
I first came to Japan myself through Awaji Youth Federation, which is a leadership and entrepreneurship program founded by Persona Group, a human resource, one of the leading human resource company in Japan, on Awaji Island. So along other 21 different nationality, we came on to work on the regional revitalization related various initiatives, and once the program ended, I decided to stay on and worked with Persona Group for 2 years as a global project officer. During that time, so that was on Awaji Island, I had the opportunity to meet with Kohei Muto, who is a Double Feather Partners CEO, a venture capital and investment company with a focus on contributing to the development of African startup ecosystem. And that meeting was at the Tokyo TCAD conference, focusing on African development, where African head of states and business leaders come in Japan. And Kohei Muto, who later became my business partner, who played a key role in building Black Samurai Coffee with me to this date. And I started while being on Awaji Island, I started a family there. My wife joined me, and we had 2 kids who were born there. Yeah, and so then as the business began to grow, we moved to Kobe after spending 6 years on Awaji Island. Last year, February, to Kobe to be closer to our business partners and expand our operations.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are doing a coffee business here.
That's correct.
Can you tell us a little more about that?
Yeah, we focusing on importing African coffee to Japan market, introducing the African origin coffee to Japanese coffee roaster industry. But we started mainly from Ethiopia and understanding the market, the needs, and we're still doing that.
So what makes Ethiopia coffee different from other types of coffee?
First of all, Ethiopia is the birthplace of Arabica coffee. And it's one of the largest various origin in the world, and with over 1,000 native varieties, and with a distinctive coffee growing regions like Sidama, Irgachefe, and Guji. What truly makes it special is how it's grown. So 95% of coffee grown in Ethiopia are by smallholder farmers, and who grow the coffee using traditional and very often organic methods that was passed down for generations. Focusing on these farmers to support them through transparency and traceability as well.
Okay. So how do you choose and import the coffee beans from Ethiopia?
So we have built a very strong relationship with the most respected, some of the largest cooperatives union in Ethiopia, like Irgachefe, Sidama, Guji, and I personally visited the farms and the processing facilities and met with the cooperatives leaders, and where I could build very strong relationship. And so our focus on meeting and building this relationship is based on quality control and transparency, and also traceability. So that's how we keep on being reliable with our partners in Ethiopia.
Okay. So what were some of the challenges you faced when starting a business here?
Like in every country, when starting a new business abroad, comes with a lot of learning curve. So the legal customs and the local expectations. Also, one of the things which was also more important was building network. So we were able to build relationship, although we started the business during COVID as well. And COVID has played a very key role in being like a challenge, but we could establish relationship with our partners. First of all, because the travel was limited, and we used virtual way of connecting and establishing relationship with our clients. And gradually, I was able to cover Kansai region and building relationship. That was some of the challenges that we faced starting the business. Yeah.
So are you in charge of doing sales?
I was actually in charge of doing everything. So logistics, in charge of trade, supply, procurement, and marketing, sales, all by myself. Until last year, we could hire a Japanese person who helped with the administrative and communication with clients and some of the sales also activities. But I started all by myself and then got support from also my partners.
I see. So when you first started knocking on the door of the cafe, were you accepted soon, or was it like very difficult to gain the trust?
Yeah, I think I was fortunate to be accepted most of the time. Although there was sometimes where I wasn't accepted because some clients are not intending to be distracted because they are doing business. But most of the time, I was lucky enough to be accepted, and then being able to have the opportunity to share my story and then what I was standing for, and that's kept me on pursuing what I was doing, and which I am very grateful for. So Japanese customers are really particular about the quality of the beans and transparency, and most importantly, a story behind the beans. So that's one of the things that I'm still valuing, because most of my businesses success or challenges goes to those partners who trusted. So it's very important to build trust first, and then sharing your story and what you stand for.
So I see that you're quite successful
far. We're trying.
Yeah. So do you feel like Japanese are not flexible or not open to new, for example, new beans, new kind of coffee beans?
From my experience, unlike the prejudice or some of the stereotypes, from the perspective of the industry that I'm working in, I could see that Japanese customers are not, they don't base their judgments or decision making based on other thing than hearing your story, and the quality, of course, it's a key, but most importantly is that they value the story behind what you offer, and being transparent and trustworthy is very key for Japanese customers to open up and do business with you, which takes time to develop, but it's key. And there are some other partners also who taught us, lessons in, being, punctual and reliable and being transparent, as well as some other also who remains to be attached to their already existing, supply chain. But, overall, Japanese are willing to open up and, be authentic. So that's, I think, what I could learn so far.
Okay. So, so far, have you done any events or workshop to teach people about Ethiopian coffee? And also, are there any traditional way of drinking and preparing the coffee?
Yeah, we usually do cupping events in partnership with our clients, where we also invite other partners to join the cupping session. And the purpose of holding this cupping session is to evaluate the coffee beans, different varieties, and select the beans that were, liked by the customers. And on another hand, also we got, the occasion to participate and join some events like Specialty Coffee Expo in Tokyo, Osaka, and where we showcased our culture, the culture of coffee. And during that event, not only showcasing the beans, but also my wife happened to make a demonstration of what we call coffee ceremony, and which is a very traditional way of roasting coffee beans, grinding and brewing, and serving to the people. So that's being done while people are gathered and where they have conversation, and they wait until all these steps are done, because it's not only drinking coffee, but it's a way of being connected and telling stories with families, relatives, and friends. So yeah, that's coffee ceremony. It's like similar to Japanese tea ceremony. But it doesn't have the spiritual, aspect as a tea ceremony. This is just, connecting and then storytelling and being, informed from, each other. So yeah, just to put it, in a very, summarized way, coffee beans, it's not a beverage in Ethiopia. So it's more like a cultural legacy. So yeah, and when we promote this and share with our customers, they are very, very impressed, and they would like to know more. And some of our customers already asked us to teach them. So that's where my wife comes and gives some classes on coffee ceremony.
So you say like from roasting,
yes,
grinding, brewing.
Yes.
How long does this process take?
Yeah, the process can take from an hour or two, but the roasting is not done in a sophisticated way using machine.
I see.
But it's done in a traditional way. So we put on the pot.
On the pot.
Yeah, and so also the beverage is served on a clay pot called jabana. Jabana, it's like a very so we have those set of coffee equipment, drinking equipment, and yeah, so the coffee drinking is done also in a 3 different steps. First, people will drink the strong coffee, then will be added some water and boiled again with lighter
Wow, taste.
yeah, and yeah, that's how the coffee culture is kept from generation to generation. And what is also surprising is that Ethiopian coffee is half, 50% of coffee is consumed locally. So Ethiopian not only export coffee, but also they have a very high number of coffee consumer. So most of the people, from mother, father to the children, drink coffee. So it's a way of life. It's a way of it's a cultural legacy. That's what I could say.
So about 50% drink coffee.
Yes.
For even the kids.
Not kids, but once they grow, up to 50 years,
15 years,
15 years,
to drink. So the next question is about raising kids here in Japan. Like, what are the differences, like raising your kids in your country and raising your kids here in Japan?
Yeah, we have to acknowledge that Japan, is a safe and structured and environment, that provides also strong educational and strong educational opportunity. Having said that, at the same time, there is also in our country, there is a vibrant, communal and energetic, way of raising kids. So, so both we would like to keep the balance, giving our kids the opportunity to learn Japanese, discipline, respect for others, and while keeping them also with growing with a strong, their identity as a community driven and solidarity and energetic way of living. So yeah, that's kind of the balance.
Can you give an example?
Like for example, in a society where there is a discipline structure, kids are kids are trained in a way that they have to follow rules, and which is a good thing in some areas, but at the same time, in our society where kids are given the opportunity to do mistakes, being so that's also develop their creativity, learning by themselves, doing something but on their own, and then learning from mistakes. That also foster their identity as they grow. Both has good things which we like, and combining and then offering to our kids.
Okay. So you have the best of both worlds.
Yes.
Raising your kids here. Huh?
Yeah. We really value Japanese safe environment, structured, and discipline. That's a very key once they grow. At the same time, giving them also they can do on their own, being creative, challenging themselves. Yeah.
Okay. What kind of like support system or community do you have here?
That's actually a very good question. We have been fortunate, both on Awaji Island and in Kobe now, to be welcomed by kind neighbors, and also having been joining events and strong community, as well as government support for healthcare and education for children. It's a big plus that we are grateful for.
Like, do you have like friends or family from your country living here near you that you gather together sometimes?
We don't have families, to now, but before we used to have a family in Tokyo where we, come together. But we often, my wife from her side has a kind of motherhood relationships, and I also have a strong coffee community that I join, that I'm part of. When it comes to being together, we have also other parents with their families. So where we come and do barbecue or participating in events.
Are they Japanese or foreigners?
They are for some Japanese, some foreigners.
Oh, okay.
So most of the time Japanese who speaks English as well. So
okay, so you do have some kind of community support.
that's right. That's right.
So do you try to keep your country traditions alive at home for your children?
Absolutely.
Yes.
So the way we do it is that we speak our native language
At home.
And we cook also our meals. And so while embracing Japanese culture, we would like also our children to have to know who they are, where they come from, and by storytelling back from home, and then that's how we keep alive our traditions.
So your children speak
They speak
what languages?
Yeah, they speak Afarugo in Japanese. Afar is our mother tongue. They also speak French because Djibouti's national official language is French.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they speak both Afar and French. Now that they start going at Hokyuen, the kindergarten, they also start learning Japanese.
So now they can understand 3 languages.
That's right.
Wow,
So,
that's very good.
They speak one fluently. They hear and understand other 2.
So how many languages do you speak?
Me, I speak I think around 5 languages.
Wow.
Yeah, including my mother tongue, Afar, language, French, English, and some of our national languages like Somali language and Amharic, which is also Ethiopian language.
Yeah, there
So-
are many languages there.
Yeah, but they have a common, language that they share.
I
All
see, I
Ethiopian,
see.
which is official language. And Ethiopia has more than 80, different ethnics and languages, but they come together as one language, to share.
So what are some of the challenges you have living here in Japan?
Well, living in a new country always presents, new experiences and challenges. It could, be challenged first, but if you look at, from the learning perspective, it's, a way of growing. Like for example, the customs, the language. Most importantly,
the language.
which is a doorway to get to the culture and understanding of the society, as well as the weather. So we don't have this weather back home. We come from very tropical area, so where we have practically like 2 or 3 seasons, not 4 like in Japan. There is no winter, but but I came with an open heart and with a very deep admiration for the values that Japan offers, like respect and harmony. Respecting boundaries of people, and you have to be you have to see yourself as part of the society, not individual. Those kind of things. We were, embracing it as a family, gradually, as I mentioned, participating in events, joining and taking part in, communities. But so as for the language, as I mentioned, is a learning process, and we adapt. And we adapt day by day, gradually, and it's a very enriching and learning, journey.
I think the kanji must be difficult for you.
That's right. That's right.
The most
that's
difficult
right.
part
That's
of the
right.
Japanese language.
Yes, kanji has to be, a very, long-lasting, learning process. So it can go, throughout your life.
Yeah.
But yeah, hiragana and katakana, it's manageable.
Yes.
You
yes.
can read but kanji, of course.
Kanji is
Yeah.
challenging.
Challenging.
Okay. So what are your future dreams for your coffee business here?
My dream for Black Samurai Coffee is to, to enable or to give, access to the markets for the Ethiopian, not only Ethiopian but African coffee farmers, to be, to have the markets that, appreciate the quality, the transparency, the story, and to for them to be able to have the livelihood support, income increasing, productivity,
Right.
and in the future also eventually we would like to bringing agri-tech and finance tools, solutions to help the farmers grow sustainably.
I see.
And and I also would like to see in every prefecture of Japan African coffee to be represented. So yeah, we would like to do our best to impact the communities that we serve.
Right. I think it's a great dream.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I hope you'll be successful.
Thank you very much, and I hope that I have success to you as well.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Bye.
I would like to take a moment to remember a very special person to me, to my team, and the business I represent, which is Black Samurai Coffee. That person is Ken Onishi, a champion, a partner, a friend, who used to be the CEO of Karin Coffee Lab and Ken Enterprise, which was based in Kobe, Japan. It is with a great respect and gratitude that we would like to pay tribute to Ken Onishi, one of the earliest and most influential figures in the journey of Black Samurai Coffee. Ken was more than a business partner. He was a mentor, a true partner, and a steadfast supporter of our mission from the very beginning. Always generous with his time, his wisdom, and his belief in the potential of African coffee in Japan. He stood beside us when few did. And he was a giant in Japan's specialty coffee scene. He earned national recognition for the coffee roasting and team challenge competitions, winning multiple awards for several consecutive years at the Specialty Coffee Expo in Tokyo. His pursuit of excellence was matched by his humility, the warmth, and he inspired an entire generation of coffee professionals who, with his dedication to craftsmanship, innovation, and community. Tragically, Ken passed away last year in April. His absence is deeply felt, not only by those who had the privilege of meeting him personally, but also by the broader coffee communities that continues to benefit from his legacy. At Black Samurai Coffee, we carry forward his spirit in every beans we serve, and we remember him not only for his accolades, but for his humanity, generosity, and the quiet strength with which he helped others behind the scenes. Thank you, Ken, for believing in us and for shaping the story of Black Samurai Coffee. Your legacy lives on. May your soul rest in peace. Thank you very much.